You guys, we are back with another Rachiru. I am not kidding when I say what I say in this thumbnail. That is exactly what happened on this dating show. Now, this is a Ghanaian dating show called Date Rush. And when I tell you, you will go through every emotion you can possibly have as a human being, it is crazy. Yes, on this show, it was said that in the event of this person that they have not even started dating yet, this was a question that was posed. If she passes, oh well, I was single before her, so it is what it is. I will survive. It was wild, and we're gonna look at it. So let's get straight on into it. All right, boom. Here we go. Here I am, and let's get into it. It's wild. Boom.
Guys, are you pleased?
See this guy, the way he was looking her up and down. So if you didn't see the one that I did what was it, yesterday or the day before, I don't know, what's the day, what's time, I don't know. But the one I did yesterday or a few days ago, whatever. Yeah, so the girl has come out now and they're gonna see if they're compatible. This guy is looking her straight up and down. You could tell he's not very pleased. Maybe she's not her type from what he's seeing, but he's faking it. He's faking it. So are you pleased? And he's like, but he looks like he's
Do you see your specs in here?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your lips are quivering, yeah? Yeah, it's like you're shaking this. Are you tense?
Why would you why would you say that? It's making her so nervous, making her extra nervous by noticing that her lips are quivering. Leave the poor woman alone. She's probably nervous as heck.
Yes.
And that's what love does to you. Decision
Not
time.
really. So then one person goes off. This guy, he turns the thing off, which is no surprise from the way he was looking at her. And then the girl does a spin around because the guy's like, the host is like, yo, spin around, let's see what you work with. Nah, the guy is just like, in this show, it's so weird. They actually encourage the guys to put their thing back on, to still be in the running, to still be in the game. But this guy's like,
And she's nice but she looks like a church girl. My friend said she doesn't like going out and I don't think we can vibe. Like I want someone who is more fun. She looks so calm and
Yes.
I want harsh, like kind of yeah.
you want harsh? See, this is the thing. People always say they want all the fun in the world. First of all, now with lockdowns all over the world, I don't know how much fun you can have. I don't know how much fun you want to have. But people always talk about the fun that they want, the fun that they want, the fun that they want. Some people are at the age where they want to have children. They want to settle down. They want to take things easy. But they'll still be talking about all this fun. And you can't really have both. You can't be having all this fun and have like a stable household. One of y'all can have all that fun, but then that's not really a stable household, is it? So sometimes I wonder what people really want. But yeah, the friend, as you will see later on, the friend is not putting her in a good light at all. I don't know if she wants her to really get a date or not, but she's putting her in a horrible, horrible, horrible light.
Charlie, this day if I get them, I go cancel all my flights. I bet you.
This guy is a CEO and he will cancel all his flights if he gets this girl. Okay, he really flexes his wealth. Okay, out of all the people, he talks about being a CEO and he has this project and he's doing this and he's doing that. So just keep that in mind.
I was with a handsome man and he was very good. He pampered me like a baby. But I got to know that he was married.
How? This is the third person I'm hearing who was in a relationship with somebody, but they were married. Like how who are you guys picking? Who are these people? Who are you? Or how? These married people. Hey, wow, people are moving mad. I don't know.
I was the one when I even got to know, I was the one got to know and I even told her.
So she's really proud because she's the one. She's the one who figured out that the guy was married and told her friend. Yeah, she's going to expose a lot of stuff, which I don't know if it's very helpful that they bring their friends on here to give a bit of an overview of who they're dealing with here. Because this friend, according to what this friend says, you will not want to date this girl.
Say the truth. Don't lie. If it was me, I'll catch you.
Yeah. She's a very beautiful lady. That one they won't deny it.
They all start with that. She's a very beautiful lady. Okay, we get it. Yeah, she's pretty. Okay.
But
Get to the point.
The student part.
You're not ready for a student now.
Yeah, I'm not ready for a student now.
Why?
That's a very good question. He's just like, why? What's the difference? A student, yeah, she's about to be working. She's about to be that businesswoman. She's about to be whatever, whatever. Why? You can't hold it down on your own? I don't know.
Why? Any reason?
The pressure due to
Who's your school fees?
The guy's literally like, you're afraid of school fees. That's why he doesn't want to, I don't really think the guy should pay that or anything. But, some people just don't want that hassle. You have to pay the fees, and it's a lot. It can be a lot. So fair enough. If he doesn't want it, he doesn't want it.
My next 3 to 4 years, I want to be a journalist or a presenter. I want a respectful, humble, obedient, and a handsome guy.
She likes thick guys. Yeah.
When she says thick guy, she doesn't mean like thick like how women thick, but I think she means like built, like muscular guys. That's what she's into.
Well built and
It's interesting that the minute she says that, they're like, let's put a picture of her up here, whilst the friend is describing what she wants in a man. Let's put her picture, what she looks like, her there. Well, I just caught that. I don't know. I think it's a little bit of shade, it's a little bit weird. Why did they do that?
even if you're honey for crush, she likes it like that.
She likes them. Even if they're You know how some girls say they don't go for the attractive guys, they don't care about attractive guys, they go for the okay looking guys. So I guess, but then it's kind of contradictory. She likes them to be fine, thick, as in well built, but then even if they're like this, she doesn't mind. Just leave it out then, because then that means that she doesn't really care what the guy looks like, right? She's more about the personality and the humility and all these other things, obedient and all these other things. And I think she's meaning obedient to God. All these things, I think, is what she wants rather than the physicality, right? So why confuse people? What do you really want? Are you really about the body? Or are you about the brains and the heart and the soul and the mind? I know. Some people don't even know what they want, let alone to let your friend come on a show like this to tell people what you want. This is dangerous, you guys.
Fine.
Hope she picked the right friend.
Everything is on point.
So here comes the kicker. I mean, this will blow your this will blow your mind.
I want a guy who can take care of me and also take care of my parents.
How do you come on a dating show? You do not know any of the people there. You're seriously trying to get a date, not make yourself look crazy, because also, what do you call it? Also, everybody's seeing you. You don't want to make yourself look crazy, okay? You come on this show, and one of the first things you say, this is in your video, this is one of the things that the guys are going to look at to make their choice. And you're like, yo, I want a guy to take care of me. First of all, a lot of guys don't want that. They want a girl to be self-sufficient. Some guys don't mind. High value men don't mind. But then you want the person to also look after your family. And you're saying this here. When we always have conversations, what would you say on the first date? Is it appropriate to already say this on the first date? Like how many children you want, or blah, 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 or all these kind of things, right? This is even before the date, you guys. This is pre. This is before your date. And she's like, yeah, I need him to take care of me and my family. That's scary. That is scary. That would scare the heck out of me. Yeah.
I don't want a guy who will dislike my parents, but
yeah, that's fair. When I always say, if you marry a person, you marry their family. Everything, you're gonna have to interact with the family. You're gonna have to be around the family. They're gonna have to be around you. When kids come into play, they will be around them. Like it's a whole thing. You're gonna be blended. So you do marry them. So it's good that the person doesn't dislike your family, sure. But to take care of them, what do we mean exactly?
like me. I want a guy who will like everything about me.
But your family alone is not you. You are you. So it's not like, I don't know. It is kind of a package though, but the way she's saying it, So then the friend goes to say that they should definitely pick her butt, a big butt, a big butt, okay?
She's not that perfect. She's not that perfect.
She says she's not that perfect?
I wouldn't say she's perfect. Just like you're also not perfect.
Why? Why would you mention this? Why would you mention this? Why would you say this? Why would you say this? I don't understand.
So please, when you see her, she's all hairy. She's all
what?
hairy. She's all hairy.
She probably means that she has a lot of hair, like on her head. So, hey, black people, we pride ourselves with our hair. These days, maybe not as much, but in some places, yeah, it's quite important to have your own set of natural head of hair. Even though you put the wigs and you put the extensions and you put the braids and you put the whatever in the protective styles, still it's very important how much hair you have and how long your hair is and stuff like that. People have their pride in their hair. But yeah, the way she said it is interesting. Nobody points these things out because they probably know. I'm just letting y'all know. This is what she probably meant, okay?
All hairy, she's all nice, she's all beautiful, a good girl with a good heart. Like,
Take care of you and your parents. Hey, National Health Insurance Scheme.
She literally wants this guy to be a national health insurance scheme. Like, that's a lot. And she's going to have to explain herself just now.
You want to explain that for the guys?
Oh, yes.
Yes. So
Come with it. Like, come with it. Like, you know what you're going to talk about. Come with it because you've said it now. So that's the kind of worms that have been open right now.
explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
Not taking care of my parents in such a way that they are bringing all their burden.
Look at these guys. The first one is like, take care of your parents. Like, how? The second one is like, yeah. And the third one is like, I'm a CEO. I got enough money for you, your family, and the village. What's good? Like, you're going to see in a minute. He's not faced by any of this.
To him, they can tolerate my parents.
Tolerate. Tolerate your parents. Tolerate them. Why? What is there to be tolerated? What's with your parents? Are they demanding? Are they scary? Like, what do you mean with tolerate them? Be nice to them, yes. But tolerate? Huh.
Any situation.
Will you also take care of my family?
Very good question. I mean, hey, these guys, they're throwing it right back at you. That's a good question.
Of course.
No,
Of course. In what way?
the Kumasi people, the Ashantis, they
So this girl is from Kumasi, as I discussed in my video before. So it's a different region, and a lot of these people are from Accra, the capital of Ghana. So that's an issue for a lot of them.
hardly, when they get married,
And he's talking about those people, usually when they get married, they don't travel.
they hardly travel. So I'm a Nigerian.
Generalization. But anyway, he's a Nigerian.
Will she move?
And she said she wouldn't move around just for dating. Okay, if it's marriage, yes, but the real question is, these places are really far apart. I mean, there's an airport in Accra and there's an airport in Kumasi, so you can already tell anytime you see that there's definitely some distance there, right? So it's in one country, but it's such a distance. She said for dating alone, she wouldn't move, just up and move all the way to Accra. But if they're married, yes. But the real question is, in the meantime, how do you keep the relationship going? How do you do that? How do you keep everything going? How do you keep everything flowing if you cannot even see each other? That's the real question. Don't know if people think about that. But especially with these shows, you would think that they would bring people that are, that it makes sense place-wise,
From Kumasi to Accra, like.
Unless married, and
Yes.
or
Okay,
circle,
thank you.
Kumerica.
But
See?
I will just come for a visit.
Okay.
But a visit, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. And what if you can do all that, but you ain't got the height? That's what this guy says.
And I don't have the height.
Love is from the heart.
So when you go out with me, will you be proud?
Of course.
Now hold on a minute now. She wants them, what did they say? She wants them thick. She wants them thick. That means kind of well built, tall, big, This guy is obviously a bit smaller. They've been making fun of him. So this is his right to ask, yo, what about me? I am smallish. Would you be proud of me if you walk outside? She's like, of course. Be honest. Women, be honest. Don't do all this. I'll accept you the way you are. And then when you get the person, boom, you dump them. Or the other way around, because guys can do this too. But no, not even because you're on a TV show. It's definitely not worth it. Because you're going to be standing next to the guy, and if the height is really a problem, you're going to be like, ugh. Whereas somebody else would actually really appreciate anybody of any size. So no, don't do that.
I'm not able to take care of your family, but I'm planning our children's future.
Don't want a broke man. I want.
Well, that's a good thing he said there. So he's like, if I cannot provide for your family, or I don't want to provide for your family, or I just don't provide for your family, but I'm putting money aside for our kids' future. Because some families would say, look, you have left, so now cleave to your man. Don't try and be taking care of us and stuff like that. You're now with your man. Go deal with him. We'll be okay. We'll be all right. If you're okay, we're okay. But I don't always like it when some families are like, oh, you're well, whether you're okay or not, you need to come back and look at us. Now, it also depends on your socio-economical status. Sometimes marrying is actually people's ways out of the ghetto, out of the hood, out of the village, right? Sometimes it is. It depends. In a sense, I'm happy she said this now. In a sense, actually, let me be fair. It's good she said this now, because we're not going to get to, hey, why are you not buying my parents a new house kind of thing later down the line. If you get with this girl, you know what you're going to get, and you should not complain. Her parents will need to be taken care of. It is what it is.
A man who can take care of me, not as such that.
Now she's stammering. Yes, because the thing is, it's wild. But if that is what you want, if that's what you desire, then it's good that you said that here, so that doesn't seem like a setup later down the line. So explain yourself. Explain yourself, girl.
Taking good care of my parents is my fault.
Look at the crowd. The crowd's like,
It's not forced.
Her friend said it all. She needs TikTok guy.
So you subtract your body from the equation.
Her friend said it all. She needs a thick, tall guy. And he feels like he doesn't, he's a slender looking dude, so he doesn't fit the description. So yes, he has removed his body from the equation, as the host is saying.
Real quick.
Real quick. And then the lady says, don't let your body kind of withhold you or prevent you.
I'm feeling all.
Oh, I feel
And then the host asks, are you feeling these guys? Like, are you digging them? Do you like what you see? And she's like, or this guy in particular, that she was like, oh, don't let your body prevent you from, and she's like, oh, I feel all of them, which is what do you really answer in that moment? These shows sure do put you on the spot. Like, what do you answer?
All of them, okay.
Have you set time for yourself to marry, or you are in rush to marry?
This is a good question. But she says she doesn't have a deadline. This is a great question to ask, especially if you are not like early 20s or whatever. If you are up in age, yeah, ask these questions. Boom, out with it. Do you want to marry now or not? And I feel like the Western dating shows don't really go in depth into these type of things. First of all, they're very vulgar, very raunchy, and they ask very stupid things. And I don't know, I like this because they're asking the real questions, the things that matter. So right off jump, that when you get with this girl, she's not in a rush to marry, but she's serious to get married, like she would. And you have to take care of her parents. And if you're dating her, she's not going to move from Kumasi to Accra, like that. So if you're in Kumasi or closer to Kumasi, it might work. If you're in Accra, you might have to be the one traveling back and forth. So as these men are standing there, they're calculating, they're thinking, and they know exactly, they can envision what their lives would look like if they went for this woman, which is straight to the point, cut through, nothing to be, imagined or whatever, right? So yeah, I likes that. I sure do. Hold on. Let me see. There we go. Okay.
I always braid my hair. Are your parents going to accept?
Oh, if only you are a good person, they don't have any problem with it.
All right, gentlemen, decision time.
The volume goes up and down real quick. So anyway, that's a good question too. Some people really, really, really have an issue with people with the cornrows and stuff like that. They think it looks like not presentable and stuff like that. Yes, we have adopted this because the West is always telling us, hey, when you go to certain jobs and stuff like that, the braids, the cornrows, these type of protective hairstyles that we do to protect our hair, which is different than Western hair, is not professional. So yeah, it's interesting that he asked that, but it's a good thing, because even in some African households, because of this very fact, the getting of jobs and such, there are Western companies also obviously in Africa and stuff, and the Western standards have been adopted in Africa. Some people might not think it's professional. It looks like you're a little bit of a thug or something like that, which is totally not true. But in any case, it's a good thing that he has that. So these people are really asking the things like all the deal breakers, right? So anyway, most of the people, their rashes, that's that thing that they press on, went off. And their main reason is the distance, which...
There are other guys out there in Kumasi, the TikTok guys that are like that.
I'm not staying in Kumasi, but I live there.
I'm so confused. She's not staying in Kumasi, but she lives there. Huh? I'm so confused. Huh? Wait, I'm not staying in Kumasi. The thing is, she says she's studying. So she's probably in Kumasi studying, but she's in Accra. Her base is in Accra. Listen, when you come on these shows, you better come out with it. You better be clear. When you go on dates or whatever, you better just spill it all out there, because if you're going to be vague, that's when people just get turned off, man.
You live there, right?
Yes.
But most times you go.
Just listen. She says, I stay in Accra. She's about to say it, but she got caught up. I stay in Accra. Just listen.
Most times you go, most times you go there.
So she stays in Accra. So she is in Accra. So all these guys who have just put off their rashes because she doesn't stay in Accra and they think it would be too far for them, she does stay in Accra. For now, even if it's just for studying. I guess, yeah, I think it's the other way around. She probably stays in Accra for the studying. That makes sense. And then she actually lives in Kumasi, her home. A lot of people do this. Why didn't she come out with that? I don't know. Maybe she wasn't feeling any of them, despite what she said earlier on, and she just wanted to let loads of them just drop off.
The Ashanti people, we will love your side. You don't go out.
Yo, she said she liked TikTok guy.
Yeah.
This guy asked her, so if I'm dating you, assuming we are dating, will you accept me? She said yes, which means you cheat on me. Never. I've turned it off.
I can't even blame the guy. Look, he's sweating buckets. That's sad. Okay, let me put something else on so that we don't see him sweating buckets. But yeah, this is the real problem. She says she wants tall guys. She wants them buff. But then now you have this guy who is obviously not buff. And it's like, hey, if I were to date you, would you be proud of me? When we go outside, would you be proud? And she's like, yeah, sure. You see, that's like, what do you want? It makes me think, like, some of these expectations, these long lists that well, not only women, but let's just say women have sometimes, is it really true? Or sometimes when you see somebody that doesn't fit the description, the list that you had, the tick box situation that you had, it doesn't fit that description, but you see that they have a nice personality and they're warm, all of a sudden all that fades away. You don't care. You're just like, oh, they're not buff, they're not big, they're not tall. Like, forget about the buff. Even somebody who's overweight can become buff at some point. Okay, you can work out together, you can get that sorted. The tall short thing is something you can't really do much about. But even if they're not that, hey, I'm really distracted by these people's dance. It's very serious. In any case, even if they're not that, maybe, just maybe, their personality will be enough to warm your heart and let you be cool with it. I don't know. The list might need some revision for everybody who's single, to be honest. Keep it real, because all of a sudden this woman, what she wanted, it changed when she stood in front of them. She could have easily said, because this is a show about being harsh, right? You see at some point she goes and puts people's bosses off, or rashers, or whatever they call it, that she doesn't want to date or doesn't want to be with. So it's not like you have to be just, or that somebody else is making a decision for you. No, you do have to be quite harsh, and there's no hard feelings involved. So when the guy was like, I'm short, because of my height, would you date me? She could have easily said, nope, I would not. Then he knows where he stands. That's fine. It's maybe painful, but there are enough shorter girls who might like him, and heck, there are tall guys who like short men too. Everything you can think of is out there. Any combination, it's out there. So you just have to be true to yourself, and you'll find what you want. In any case, so he's out.
Tell me, what can I do?
Why is he randomly singing? This is not a musical, but okay.
You know, I can't risk it. Yeah, she's definitely going to dump me.
Well, yeah, I can't blame him. So now she has to dance. This is what I'm saying. Very direct. She has to dance and dance over, and then she's kind of teasing you. Go past your rasher, then come in front, then go away, this and that. She's eventually going to put off the person that she doesn't want, and then there's going to be two people left. So all these theatrics, all this dancing. And the guy, surprisingly, the guy who said she'll definitely cheat on me, I've put my thing off. Also, his name is Grandpa, which is a very interesting name. But in any case, yeah, he's in awe of her, in a sense. Or he just likes women. I don't know, one of the two. Because he's put his thing off, but he's still like this. He literally sits there and stands there and watches her like that for most of the time. Boom! It's off. Look at, just gracefully off. So now she can ask them a question.
Let's say I have a child and I don't tell you, then you got to find out.
Very good.
This is very interesting. Let's say I got a child and I didn't tell you and you got to find out. This is a crazy question. This is actually a wild question. But the question is not as wild as the answers.
I have a foundation which I look after orphanages and...
Of course you do. Of course you do, Mr. CEO. Of course. Of course that's also part of you. Yeah, of course.
So there shouldn't be a matter.
The crowd doesn't believe him. So he doesn't care. But they're missing the point that she's saying. It's not as that she's saying, what would you do if I had children? She's saying, what would you do if I had children and I didn't tell you? There's a difference.
It's like, what about me too? I'm not able to give birth. What about me too? I'm not able to give birth.
That's a serious thing, and he mentioned it twice. He's obviously like, yeah, I really wouldn't care. Hear me out. If he were not to have children and you'd have to adopt your kids, he would be cool with that. Okay.
I'm going to adopt your child, so that shouldn't be a problem. That it's not a question. Come with another question.
Hey!
Wow, he's so sure of himself.
It is not a question.
Love comes with a lot of things.
This guy's like, first of all, I'm struggling, y'all, because the sound on this dangerous thing, it goes up and down, up and down. So I'm trying to adjust this as we go, as they're speaking. So it is not on one level. So I don't know what this is going to sound like. But in any case, this guy is literally like, what did he even say? He said love comes with a lot of what? Challenges, a lot of things. What did he say, so? Let me wind that back.
A lot of things.
It comes with a lot of things.
Although he didn't tell
and sacrifice.
me, but I'm going to accept.
He's going to accept, even though she did not tell him. Love comes with a lot of things. This right here this is not just sacrifice. This is grace and a whole bunch of things. Because why the heck would she keep that secret from you? In any case, question number 2, and it's the most mind-blowing one. I don't even know. Now, I don't know why it says echo. I don't know. Let's see how they answer this. But pay extra attention to the cornrow guy. He's going to answer this and you're going to be like, what? What you say?
In case I'm a sickler, then I don't talk.
So like somebody who's sick, like somebody who has like maybe a chronic illness or something like that, right? That's yeah, sickler.
Then got to find out outside.
Secular?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I've been single for like past years. So if we're secular, yeah, I don't mind.
No, she meant.
So they think he doesn't understand the question. They think he did not hear what she was saying. If she was somebody who was sick, always sick, terminally ill, well, not terminally, but like chronically ill, somebody that they would always have to care for, what would he do? What would they do? He's like, oh, yeah. They think he didn't understand. Oh, he understood perfectly.
I'm having some diseases.
Very good. That's what I'm saying. I don't mind. If like sick lives, they don't live for long. If you leave me, I was single before I met you, so I
You guys. This is what it has come to. I think it's men who have this luxury, knowing that there's more women on this world, on this planet, than men. Yeah, if you kick the bucket, me, I was single before I met you, so if you kick the buckets, I'll be single again. It ain't a thing. Shocking.
You leave me, I'll continue to be single.
Who talks like that? What about the loss of this person? What about the loss of the love of your life or whatever? What? We're really just gonna... That's just that... okay.
You will die. If you die, I move on. I, Claire, we
move. We move. So now the cornrow guy exposes himself. When I tell you, if you saw the one that I posted before this, whatever it was yesterday or the day before that, if you saw that one, you'll see that what he is about to say to this question is actually ridiculous.
My late girlfriend was also a sickler.
His late girlfriend was also a sickler.
Oh, but during her funeral, I was there.
He was there during the funeral.
And I nearly had another girl over there.
What is he talking about? Oh, I can't. I actually can't. Look, is this you? Mr. Cornrow, is this you? Look at him. In the last one that I showed. Crying. Oh, no tears. Wiping. So, yeah, that's the guy. Because I asked him how his last relationship ended. And he was like, yeah, she passed. She passed. So he was sad about it. Or something like that. But now... just a few minutes further on in the show, he's like, oh yeah, she was a sickler. Yeah, I went to her funeral. And he even got a girl there. As in girlfriend material. At the funeral. And he's saying this. In this pre-dating stage. Or state. Or whatever they're in. What? For what reason? I don't know. That's weird, man.
If you tell me you're a sickler, I will accept. But definitely, as Ivan said, you will die. Oh, like sure.
No. Wow. Mr. Man, how do you think you're gonna get picked after this? I mean, you know what it is? He said the same thing as the other guy, right? The difference is this: he's already had that hurt. He's already felt that pain. So for him to be like, listen, man, if you kick the bucket, it did what it did. I mean, not like I never, ever, ever want to experience that again in my life. Makes me think how he was treating that girl that he was with. I don't want to make assumptions here, but this is crazy. This takes moving on to a whole nother level. A whole nother level. This is wild. Look at her. She's like, y'all seeing this? Y'all hearing this? Is he for real?
She's not a sick cloud.
She's not. It was just kind of a question. Just like a serious question. How would you, as a man of the house, how would you deal with these things if this were to happen? It is a what if? It's a hypothetical question. And this is how they're answering it. Ooh-wee.
You are. Nothing changes anything.
Okay, all right. This is what we're going to do.
Move the heck on from this embarrassment. Yes, thank you. So now she has to go and click off who she doesn't like. So it's left with the two, cornrow guy and CEO. Let's see. And the music is so good, y'all. The music, like I had to use different music. Young Kingler, producer. Yeah, links in the description, all that. But yeah, the music that they use, banging. This whole show is like going to the club or going to somebody's party. It is lit. Boom. Bye. Bye, mister. I grieved over my first or my former girlfriend, but I don't mind grieving again. What the heck? I thought he would really answer that with a bit more compassion. That was weird, man. So I guess it's left with these two. And the weird thing is CEO decided to come away and start dancing with her. And I'm like, how do you know that she's picked you? Because to be honest, she has to come back out that you know that she won't put your rasher off. But he came and started dancing with her. You're very sure of yourself, Mr. Man. That was crazy to me because I was thinking she was going to put that off too. None of these people answered that last question correctly. Like, that was wild.
Don't they look perfect together already?
No. Also, what I noticed, he's not tall either. He's also not tall. In actual fact, you see what I'm realizing. They're on a bit of a platform, so they all look tall. Even the smaller guy looks tall-ish. You know, what they should do is have her stand next to him. Because if her spec, as they're calling it, as if it's an iPhone or a phone, her spec is that she wants them tick tall. That means built, just, you know, boom, standing there. But this guy is none of those things. Okay.
Between you and Roxanne, did you think that she was going to go for you?
Oh, yeah. Because in everything I over.
What he's saying is, everything you do, he wins. Everything he does it well. Everything he does, he conquers. When I tell you the cockiness / assurance, or what do you call it, of themselves that these men have. One said, look, I'm a superstar. What do you do? I'm a superstar. That was the first thing he said. Like the other one, you're a fresh boy. Oh, I know. This guy, did you think she was gonna pick you? Yeah, sure. Everything I do, I overcome. So, I conquer. I win everything. Everything I do, I win. So, wow, the cockiness, the confidence, whatever you want to call this, it's out there.
In everything I overcome.
Look how she's looking at her.
Guy joining us.
At him.
And then my second lady for the night.
So, they're gonna have a new lady come in. They're gonna have another guy come in. It's gonna be interesting. So I might react to that too. I think this show is hilarious. It's wild. It's a trip. It's a mess. It's amazing. It's a whole bunch of things. But there's certain things here that you're not gonna see anywhere. You're not gonna see in any other dating show. It's just interesting. But I like the directness. I like how they come out with everything immediately. Like, it's great. I love it. So stay tuned if you want to see. If you want to see the other, what do you call it? Yeah, if you want to see more, definitely stay tuned. Now, you guys, I'm still working on this live situation. I'm here dibbly dabbling with all the knobs. But yeah, let me show my face one more time. Boom, boom, boom. If you're here, please, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And I guess if you're not already part of the family, yes, hit thumbs up, on that subscribe button. Comment because I really want to know what you think. Like because you obviously like this video, and hit the notification bell while I share it. I'll see you in the next video, which might be tomorrow. Daily-ish videos up in here. In the meantime, make time for glorious life. It's time to start what? Living it right. God bless. And also, before I go, make sure that you know that all the music is done by the producer Young Kingler and intro art by @virtual by K. All links in the description. Have a happy weekend, y'all. Bye.